Hi y'all, here I am flip-flopping again. You know how I am though. I go from one project to the next to the next. But anyway, have you ever made a thread button? A button totally out of thread. This is the back of the button with a shank, and this is the front of the button. Totally made out of thread. These kind of buttons were made back, way back, like in the 17th century. And I think they just called them thread buttons, but they were used on some, like, even, I mean, I can take this and try and squish it, and I can't squish it. So I just want to show you, I used to make these about, how old is Billy? Billy is 39. About 35 years ago, when I was teaching kindergarten, I had one of my students that his dad was a seamstress, and what he made was uniforms and dresses, ball gowns and stuff for reenactments, like a Civil War reenactments and that kind of thing. And he had me make him some of these buttons. And so I did, and I was just thinking about it recently because I heard somebody mention thread buttons, and I said, you know, I used to make those, and I wondered if I could still do it. Now, when I made them for this guy, I used linen thread, like waxed linen thread. He provided everything, and also a button tool, which was, I just used the handle of this paintbrush. If you have a large, this here would be kind of pretty small. The hole would be too small. But if you have a large knitting needle, that would work too. But the tool was only maybe 6 inches long, and it just came to kind of a point. So, and then you need wax. When I just made this one, I used embroidery floss. And so I'm gonna try and make another one now. I'm gonna wax. You should have beeswax. I don't think this is beeswax. I think this is just wax. Probably paraffin. And so you first wax some thread. I got about 18 inches of thread here that I'm waxing, and I get plenty of wax on that thread. Okay, and then I take that thread and I'm going to wrap it. I want to wrap it on. If you just use a dowel, it's real hard to get it off. So you have to have something that comes down to a point so you can get that back off of there once you wrap it. And I'm wrapping this embroidery floss about 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then I'll get it off. This should come off pretty easy. The wax does kind of hold it on there. But like I say, if you have which I know I have large knitting needles. I think I do too, but I might have gotten rid of them all. But okay, so now I have, it kind of holds together because it's waxed. It kind of holds them together. And so then I'm going to squish them. And I'm always going to hold it. When I'm holding this now with the next step, I will always just hold it. I won't hold it by the side because that might make me push it sideways. So I hold it this way. Okay, then I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to leave a piece, maybe an arm's length long. And I'm going to put that on a tapestry needle. Maybe I'll put it on a tapestry needle. I'm going to attempt to put it on this tapestry needle. I still don't have it on. I'm using all 6 of the strands. And then I know you're probably saying, why don't you use your needle threader that I won't ever lose because it's on its heart. Well, it's on this desk somewhere. Elizabeth Marie, what is wrong with you, girlfriend? Something's wrong with this girl. Why is that? Where's the wax? Wax that. Wax that end. Hold them threads together. And then, or I could have put my glasses on. That might have helped too. But I got it threaded. Okay, so then now when you got that threaded, then all you're going to do now is to go around with a buttonhole stitch all the way around. A buttonhole stitch or blanket stitch, and just keep going all the way around. I went around twice on that last one. Did I pick up that? That's why I need to clean up my area. Look at there, I picked up a piece of wool. I know it. I just am such a something. Okay, well, there we go. Now we're back on the road again. So you do that buttonhole stitch or that blanket stitch, and you go all the way around that circle. Whoopsie. Let me see if I can that's as any as I can get it. Okay. See, I got that little piece of, now this one here, wait a second, I gotta fix this. I did that last stitch wrong. Okay. So put it up there, wrap the thread around it, and then come out. Put it up there, wrap the thread. What am I doing wrong, Elizabeth? Oh, that's right, okay. Of course, I have problems if I have the camera on. The camera causes trouble. Okay, I'll turn the camera off. Whatever. Now it's not going right. No, it's not going right. It's not going right at all. I'm not doing good. Okay. Put it through. Wrap the thread. Now that one's right. Do this one the same way, Elizabeth. In there. I'm such a fumble fingers. Fumble fingers is what I am. I need to change my name to Fumble Fingers. Now you see that white in there, that's where I picked up that piece of wool that I just had on the desk because I don't clean up after one project and when I want to try something different. And so then I will continue to do these stitches all the way around. I'm only going to go around once on this one. If you go around twice, or actually if you see there, I try and do that one wrong again. If you go around, if you have actually the right thread, like a waxed linen, then you would go around, like I did 15 wraps on here, you do about 35. And so that only went about 15 with this because it's 6-stranded embroidery floss. So, and that was enough, and it's waxed. I waxed it. Well, you know that. You just seen me do that. And so, but you just continue. This is sort of like we do. Why am I not doing this right? Why? As soon as I start talking, it's like I lose all track of my brain. Just lose all track of my brain as soon as I start talking. Poke it up, wrap it around, and pull it out. Poke it up, wrap it around, and pull it up. I got just a one-track mind, I'm telling you. I can't do. Some people can do 99 things at one time and do them all right. Not this old gal. Not this old gal. Not at all. And so, but I'm giving you just the general idea. And so, if I tell you how to do it, then maybe you can get the idea. Or there's probably videos too that can show you. I don't remember if they're, I think they're just called thread buttons. I don't know if there was another name for them. I got this one kind of lumpy. If I did this right the whole time, there's more than one way to skin a cat here. Okay, now I'm doing it, I'm still getting the right stitch. But see, then it's all around, and it's still not, let me put my glasses on. I don't know why my head does not like glasses, even though my eyes do. Oh yeah, I see. I see where I have missed an area in the... I should have had my glasses on the whole time. I just put videos up for the fun of it. Don't ever expect to learn anything. Okay, but this is, okay, once you get this part and get it done better than this, then you want to make a little, you can actually use this button just like this if you was making them and putting them right onto a shirt cuff or something and stitch it right on right now. But we'll make a shank. So to make a shank, then you put your thread under a couple of stitches and then go across the button and put it under a couple stitches that way. Just like the professionals do, not like I do. And then once I go across once, then I go across again the opposite way. So there's 2 threads now across. Now there's 2 threads across the bottom. So now once you get 2 threads across the bottom, now you're going to do a buttonhole stitch again all the way across those 2 threads. I remember doing these, so I made so many. I made dozens of them. And at that time I was more younger and my brain was more supple. Not like it is now. But I made a bunch of them. Okay, now see, I'm getting this all in a tangle, it looks like. So I'm glad I'm not doing this as a tutorial, because it's not one of them tutorials. But I'll use these buttons. Even though I'm not making them exactly correcto mundo, I am. Now, if you do this like perfect, okay, and then just to hide that thread in the end, I'll go under a few stitches and then I'll cut it off. And now that's supposed to be finished. And so there's a shank on the underneath. This is the top of the button. And then the shank underneath for where you would stitch it onto the garment that you're going to need the button on. And it is stiff. Now, and this is just using embroidery floss. But you could use different, and my shank is a little wonky too, but it's still there. And so I got 2 buttons, and I'm going to use those buttons on something. I'm not sure what I'll use them on, but they're going to be on some kind of an art project. That's all I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you those ear buttons. But I told you how to do it. I didn't do it right, of course you saw, but maybe you can do something like that just using embroidery floss. You need to really wax the thread though. You really need wax. If you have I've got hair in my wax. If you have a candle or anything, then you have wax, which is good. Well, let's read another Helen Steiner Rice poem. We're going to go toward the back now. We'll go right here, and am I going to read the left or the right? I'll read the left. Okay. Prayer of Thanks. And Helen Steiner Rice, she writes these very beautiful poems. Okay, thank you, God, for the beauty around me everywhere, the gentle rain and the glistening dew, the sunshine and the air, the joyous gift of feeling the soul's soft whispering voice that speaks to me from deep within and makes my heart rejoice. That's beautiful. A prayer of thanks. That's good. I just keep that book right there. I'm going to use that for a while. Okay, and so those are little tiny buttons. Of course, you can make bigger ones too. And this is sort of, starts out like you're making a Dorset button, but you're using just the thread in the center instead of a ring, a bone ring. You kind of do the same way. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and come back to the next video if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, then don't come back to the next video. And I'll try not to make any more today, but I don't know. I'm stuck in my chair here. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and keep you humble and happy and healthy and safe. Well, I already said safe. Okay, God bless and keep you all, and I will see you on the next video. God bless.